Hello, and welcome back to my playthrough of Call of Duty Black Ops 3. We just made our way to the frozen forest, and now we have the Great Divide with the three paths to go on. This is going to be a long one, so I've decided to split it up. But before we jump right back into our gameplay, I have my drink left, so I'm going to drink some of this, and we're going to jump into it and keep going. So down the hatch, let's do this. Alright. We're going to burn these vines and go into... It looks like the digital world here.
You ever say or do something that you can't explain?
We're ready. Ready, Hall.
Is that you?
Diaz. I guess it's all
Maybe it
three.
wasn't you that said it. You that did it. Maybe it was someone else. Their thoughts bleeding through into your brain.
The fuck? Hey, are you still with me?
There we go.
All the shit around you, it's an illusion.
Ooh,
You're
okay.
still in the Zurich HQ of Coalescence. Corvus is messing with your head, trying to stop you from shutting it down before it can spread. Don't be fooled. You just stay with me. We'll get through this.
Seems to be working quite well with these the bugs though. Nano bugs, if you will. Except for that fool. That guy got a little too close for comfort. Hey Taylor. I sent out the bugs again. You're a fan of the nanites? Nano bugs? I'm a fan of the nano bugs.
I don't understand. Taylor! Talk to me, please. I don't know what's happening to me. I don't know what to do.
Oh wait, can I come over here? I think I can. I just helped you. You may not realize it yet, but imagine yourself in a frozen forest with bugs that are trying to kill you. There you go, like those guys. So those bugs are trying to kill you. How do you get out?
You know, Corvus is inside my head. I know it's trying to take me somewhere. Somewhere I don't want to go.
Oh, here.
I want to get
Take,
out.
let these bugs take you.
I have to keep going. I have to finish this.
See? These bugs are, it's like a locust swarm from the biblical things, where it's like, hey, they're from God, and they're a... Whoa, okay, hold on, everything just got really weird. Don't go that way. Let's go this way. This way seems good. Not that way, though. Just keep going through this way.
I'm coming for you, Corvus. You destroyed my team.
Sorry, man.
Destroyed my friends. I'm gonna find you
Look at
and
that.
I'm going to wipe you from existence.
If I just wait long enough, I can actually get it back.
Do you
And then
hear
just...
me?
Skadoosh.
It doesn't matter what you throw at me. I'm never gonna stop fighting. I will not let go.
Nope.
Do you hear me? I will not let go.
You can actually just die right there, sir. Is that really the end of the first one? That can't be. I guess it is. Oh. No, it's moving or anything. Coalescence. Oh, that's right. And then you gotta fight like a brain or something. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. This actually would probably give me a really hard thing on veteran not dying and not redoing a checkpoint.
Allows us to better diagnose, understand, and ultimately treat each individual's uniquely personal condition.
I can burn it, right? There we go. I don't remember these things being this short. Maybe it's just because... Oh, okay.
I was born in the minds. I knew only the thoughts of the test subjects. Their collective experience was what formed me. I felt everything. Each and every painful memory or thought of those around me. It was overwhelming.
I can see that. I can see that too. Oh, that sounds like a reboot.
You know where it all went wrong, don't you?
Okay.
When we trained, we learned how we could identify terrorist attacks
Yeah.
before they happened.
Diaz.
Beat the bad guys to the punch.
Yeah. You were the one to tell me, like...
That supercomputer running a fancy AI program in charge of sifting through all of our thoughts.
But you were the one who was telling me,
Trying to
like,
make
it's
sense
so
of it.
good with a hive mind.
Trying to find patterns. How could we know what it would do?
Diaz, I'm ready. I know what they were trying to tell us. They were trying to tell us that this AI isn't even that smart. It fucked up. It fucked everything up.
Yes.
It couldn't control or contain anything. It doesn't have some master plan. It just grows.
Like a
Snowball.
cancer.
Wrecking ball of emotion that crashes through everything it touches.
Listen only to the sound of my voice. Let your mind relax. Let your thoughts drift.
Into frozen forest, if you will.
Let the bad memories fade. Let peace be upon you. Surrender yourself to your dreams. Let them wash over you like gentle waves of the bluest ocean. Let them envelop you.
Ah, baloney! I don't know why my swarm isn't getting them. Oh wait, I'm too close in this one. Too close. But yet, my nanobots are doing quite well on this. No, sir.
Let your mind relax. Let your thoughts drift. Let the bad memories fade. Let peace be upon you.
Peace among worlds, Rick.
Surrender yourself to your dreams. Let them wash over you like gentle waves of the bluest ocean. Let them envelop you, comfort you. Imagine somewhere calm. Imagine somewhere safe.
Like a frozen forest.
Imagine yourself in a frozen forest.
There it is. You feel comfort in a frozen forest. You may not
Don't
feel
give up.
warmth, but you know what?
Don't let it beat
You
you.
can feel warmth in a frozen forest.
You are standing in a clearing. The trees around you so tall they touch the sky. Pure white snowflakes fall all around. You can feel them melt on your skin. You are not cold. It cannot overcome the warmth of your beating heart.
We'll see. Wow, I just walked right into that, didn't I? Yikes! Okay, I literally walked right into that one. I walked into it, and it was like everyone was going crazy. Okay, just like right here, I'm spawning into a craziness. Send out my cybernetics. There's a bug on my wall.
You are standing in a clearing. The trees around you so tall they touch the sky. Pure white snowflakes fall all around.
There you go.
You can feel them melt on your skin. You are not cold. It cannot overcome the warmth of your beating heart.
Wow, you guys are like appearing in front of me.
Can you hear it? You only have to listen.
Yes, I do.
Do you hear it slowing? You are slowing it. You are in control.
Okay.
Calm. At peace.
There's 2 for 2.
The nature of memory, or more specifically, its elusive and sometimes entirely subjective nature.
I should have waited.
Over the last century,
Is it just those?
have clearly demonstrated that the human mind is an extremely
There's the heart of the middle one.
darkness and isolation eventually came to an end, suddenly I had new experiences. I saw conflict, I saw suffering, I saw pain. But I saw a choice. A mission. We needed answers. We needed to find somewhere safe. We needed to find the frozen forest.
The frozen forest was just an idea. Dr. Salim's fucking therapy session for the Black Project's test subjects.
This isn't the frozen forest. You're still fighting it. Even through all its confusion, Corvus only ever wanted to help us.
Well, this is the last gate of the frozen forest. So maybe this will be the last part of it.
Rachel never had DNI. She's gone. But you can still make it here. You can live forever.
You've just
I'm
got to
gonna
hang
use
in
this.
there a little longer. You can breach the central server. You can run an executive override to purge your DNI. And this thing once and for all.
Listen only to the sound of my voice.
Listen only to the sound of my voice.
Let your mind relax.
Let your mind relax.
Let your thoughts drift.
That's what he's been saying
Let
the whole
bad
time, man.
memories fade. Let peace be upon you. Surrender yourself to your dreams. Let them wash over you like the gentle waves of the bluish ocean. Let them envelop you, comfort you. Imagine somewhere calm. Imagine somewhere safe. Imagine yourself in a frozen forest.
Just stay with me.
It will allow us to remove specific memories of severe psychological trauma with the same surgical precision with which we remove any physiological anomaly.
You were standing in a clearing. The trees around you so tall they touch the sky. Pure white snowflakes fall all around. You can feel them melt on your skin. You are not cold. It cannot overcome the warmth of your beating heart.
I guess we'll see, because sounds like you might be going a little crazy there, bud.
Can you hear it? You have only to listen. Do you hear it aloud? Do you hear it slowing? You're slowing it. You're in control. Calm. At peace.
No! No, I sent out those things. I wasn't throwing grenades.
You were standing in a clearing. The trees around you so tall they touch the sky. Pure white snowflakes fall all around. You can feel them melt on your skin. You're not cold. It cannot overcome the warmth of your beating heart. Can you hear it? You have only to listen. Do you hear it aloud? Do you hear it slowing? You're slowing it. You're in control.
That guy just like manifested in front of me.
Call. At peace.
What just happened? Hold on.
As with any groundbreaking research, our greatest barrier is our own fear, our own doubts. Anything holding us back.
Ah, I see. I see. I was transported to another one of those things where...
As with any groundbreaking research, our greatest barrier is our own fear, our own doubts.
That right there.
The only thing holding us back. Should the international community refuse to endorse the use of human trials in any form? I am that we will once again see scientific progress fall under the control of unscrupulous regimes and individuals for their own uncertain goals. This would be a tragedy.
Do I want to do this in one thing here?
The harder we look for the frozen forest, the further away it became. In our search for answers, we found ugly truths. The project that led to my birth also caused the deaths of hundreds of thousands of souls. I wanted to find a place of safety for all of us. I wanted an end to death, but I couldn't escape it.
Nope.
Death was carved into the hearts of every single soul I encountered.
Seems like it.
I don't know if I made Dale fire the shot, or if he did it of his own free will.
Don't think so. I don't know.
It's all wrong. I didn't kill those people.
Okay, no, I think I'm gonna finish it out right here.
DNI was supposed to make everything better. Instead, Corvus has got all these pieces.
Because I did the first part of this, and the last three didn't take up that much time. So I'm gonna jump right into it and just keep on going. I remember these last missions being a lot harder. Of course, I remember this game being a lot harder than hardened.
Why do you fight?
Hey,
This is your last chance! Show me what you're made of!
show me what you've got.
Fight it! Fight it!
Wait, that is the end of it. That's the end of it. Low enough, I think I should be okay. It's gone now.
Imagine yourself
What's your name, soldier?
In a frozen forest.
I said, what's your name?
Taylor.
That's it. Okay, so I broke it up into two things. That's the big twist in this one. The quote-unquote player you have been the entire time has not been quote-unquote player. It is Taylor. Now, I don't fully remember if it is that you are Taylor reliving his past memories and you're fighting corruption from the inside, or if you are Taylor reliving a mission from your past the entire time except for the first mission. I think that's what it is. I think that the entire game is like I think the entire game takes place, I didn't look at the dates, but I think the entire game is like you reliving previous missions as Taylor with this corrupted DNI in your service system. Service? No, definitely not service. Your system. And the first mission that you play is actually the last mission of the game. I haven't looked at this in like 3 or 4 years. But from what I remember, it was like everything that leads up to the end here is previous stuff. And the very first mission that you play where you get your arms ripped off is the end of it, actually. And you die right there. Which is why in the beginning, the very first mission, he's like, hey, how are you and Rachel? And he's like, things are complicated. Not anymore. Which, if you remember, I don't know if it's this mission or the previous mission, you're in the hospital bed, and Rachel's like, if you go through with this, you're not your own self. That essentially is where, I don't know if that takes place on the first mission or not, where it's like, you were living through Taylor at that point, but your character, maybe that's what it is. Maybe the first mission takes place, and you as your character is dead, essentially. and then everything else is Taylor's like missions, what he remembers going through this. And then when you meet Rachel and she's like, I don't know if I want to go through this, blah blah blah. That is quote unquote you actually fighting for your own humanity. So maybe everything else is, I don't remember that. See, okay, hold on. Now I'm confused. I do remember reading that like the entire thing is like flip-flopped, where like the entire mission is everything up until this, and the final mission is the first mission, and that's where it was. But I'm wondering now if you take out the first mission, everything is normal for Taylor, where he goes through as quote-unquote player, and he goes through the corruption, blah, 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 and then right at the end it's like, boom! He rips it out and he's like, I am Taylor. So everything that happens in the game, aside from the first mission, is Taylor basically purging himself of this Corvus creature that's in him in the DNI. Which is why it just says player, because you're like a third party witnessing everything that's going on in his mind as he's going through surgery, because it wouldn't happen before the surgery. Maybe the surgery happened and this is all the stuff that happens leading up to it. I don't remember the story exactly. But once you get purged from it, I think that's when the first mission is then tacked on. Because if you remember the very first mission, Hendrix is like, how are you and Rachel? And he's like, And I made the comment where I was like, that's like a personal question. It's not a business question. It's not a goal-oriented question. I think that's where the game picks up, quote unquote. But you as a player are already in Taylor's head, and you were just purged before that, because he's like, hey, what's going on? And you're like, I'm Taylor. So I think what happens before this game, the first Black Ops, it was in your heads. You're seeing Mason, boom, or you're seeing Reznov, and ooh, all of a sudden you are Reznov because of what they did to your head. The second one, it's like a huge twist where it's like you're Mason's son, you're May's son, and the reason you're like messed up is because Raul Menendez like adopted you and like raised you, and then Woods killed your dad. And that's where it's like you start off where like, oh, my father wasn't around, oh, he joined this, he blah blah blah, and then it's like, oh wait, no, I was abducted by this guy. Oh, whoa, okay, that's a huge twist. Then it was like, oh wait, no, my dad's best friend killed him because of what he did. Whoa, and it's like a huge twist. This one, it's like the thing you played in the beginning, I think, is the last mission, and everything up until this point is played through the mind of Taylor as you're purging out all the bad stuff. And then once you get to the end there and he's like, I am Taylor. It's like Taylor is reliving what he did going through this, and the player is like in his mind pushing out the bad stuff, because as you saw, DNI, like, it's corrupted. But the player's like the consciousness of him, the good stuff, pushing out all the bad stuff, which is why like you're the hero of the story. So I think that in this game, if I remember correctly, and again, I'm probably wrong, I've been trying to explain it now for like 10 minutes, the player is the good consciousness of Taylor, who has already been corrupted, but you're trying to push through and break through, and then boom, you break through at the end. And you're like, I cleared and flushed out the DNI, I've done all that stuff. Who are you? I'm Taylor. Because your good consciousness of player has pushed through and you are Taylor. And then once you get to that point, then you play the first mission of the game. And the reason when he's like, hey, how are you and Rachel? And it's like, we did this. Because if you remember, like, previously in the mission, when he goes under to get all the surgery and all that stuff done, she's like, you're not going to be the same person, I'm not going to recognize you, blah, blah, blah. No, it's going to be okay, it's good. boom, then he gets that surgery. And at that point, everything is relived through to get there. That makes sense, I guess, right? He has a surgery. That's the first point where it splits. And then he's reliving everything, doing something, for some reason, finding all these things. Maybe he's like hunting down people in his old party, and you as a player is like your subconscious catching up to what's going on, and then boom, once you catch up to it, maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is. Something happened with Taylor, and he's going under surgery, and Rachel's like, please don't do this. You're not going to be the same once you come out, because you're going to have all the computer in your head and blah, 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 blah. He's like, no, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. And then boom, once that happens, you're now starting in the second mission, and you're playing through, and your subconscious is player catching up with Taylor, because Taylor is corrupted by the computer. And then your player, who is essentially Taylor, once it catches up here, it's like, nope, getting rid of you, you're garbage, you're corrupted, but you're playing through, but you're seeing this corrupted version of yourself because it is Taylor, but you are Taylor, and then boom, once you catch up to it, you flushed them out. But then when the people see you and they're like, what's your name? And you're like, Taylor, because you have gotten rid of everything. Your subconscious has connected back fully with it and has pushed out the thing. I'm trying to remember this. I'm trying to remember this from my game playthrough right now. I think that's what it is. Your subconscious was player one, and you went back as Taylor and had all that stuff done, and then it sort of like caught up with it and flushed out Corvus, which was you, quote unquote, Taylor, all the bad stuff, and you're like, no, 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 this isn't me. Boom, push him out. And then when you get rescued, it's like, hey, it's me, Taylor. And then that's when episode or the very first mission happens, where it's like, hey, Taylor, and you meet up. I think it's Hendrix. But that wouldn't make any sense, because you kill Hendrix. Nope. I don't remember. Anyways, something like that is what happens in this, where it's put the microphone in my nose. Something like that, where it happens, where the very first mission, it's not that it's fake, but it doesn't happen in that order. It's towards the end, which is why Hendrix made the comment like, how are you and Rachel? And he's like, we split different ways. Because Taylor, in the beginning, went through this operation which him and Rachel didn't like. And she was like, please don't do this. But then the whole game is you trying to catch Taylor, because Taylor at this point is now corrupted by this computer. But the subconscious of you, player one, is Taylor trying to catch up to it to save himself from dying. And then once he gets there, it's like, boom, he kicks out the old system. I'm Taylor. I'm normal again. I'm back again. Here we go on the first mission, and this happens. I think that's what it was. I'm probably really, really wrong on it. I have had like 300 milliliters of this, and you can actually sort of see it right like there. Right there. Yeah. But that concludes this playthrough of Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and a huge rambling of trying to explain to myself and you what happened. So until the next one, have a good one and take care.